Hi everyone, I'm back. It's evening time now, and it's about 7 o'clock, 8:25 of 2022. Earlier video, I stated that I would come back. I had to go do an interview, in which it didn't even happen because of the Zoom something that went wrong. But there'll be another one. So, I went and ran my errands and got something for my arm, so rubbing alcohol and some Epsom salt because I fell the other night. I mean, actually, it was the other evening. Um, and I tripped on the porch and I fell on my arm and I kind of sprained my arm. It's still sore, but it's not as sore as it was. And um, scraped my face a little. My hands were scraped, elbows, knees were scraped. So we fall sometimes. Sometimes we literally fall. We got to just dust ourselves off and pick ourselves back up or whatever. The Bible says we may fall, but we're not utterly cast down. So, hey, it is what it is. But I survived that. It could have been worse. I survived that, and all is well. So I'm gonna soak again, and I am going to enjoy a bath. So I can get my muscles and everything relaxed. It's still sore in the neck and everything, but I didn't mention that earlier because I'm a trooper. I do not let things like that get me down. So I'm okay. Yay, I'm okay. So the reason why I said that I needed a job first and then so I could decide whether or not I want to stay here or whatever, since I'm already here and I don't want to pack up all my stuff and storage it and live with somebody. And, I don't want to do that. When I move, I want to move it to my own place. In order to do that, I have to wait on God. I have no choice. And I believe and trust in God, so I am going to sit still and wait and be quiet because I talk too much. And so that's why I said that if do I want to stay or do I want to go? And I am beyond complaining. I do not complain because I know the good Lord provided a roof over my head. And so by him doing that, you know, I have to be in awe of that alone and in appreciation of that and having the means to, pay for this apartment for another 6 months or so or whatever. I am truly blessed. So I would rather I would rather move. Let me tell you why I would rather move. Me falling and, things happening. I think I had that leak in the bathroom for over the tub for a whole year, maybe even a year and a half, maybe even the whole 2, 3 years I've been here. It's just been water and complaint after complaint about it, and nothing was done till recently. And so it had exhausted me. It had made me think that the first chance to get out of here, I'm gonna take it. And then now my lease is up, and so here I am again at debating on should I stay or should I go. My mind is telling me get the hell out, excuse my French, to get out and move on to better things. And but I'm really wanting God to guide me and Holy Spirit to guide me in doing so instead of me just randomly leaving, packing up and leaving. I've already packed. I'm already prepared for my next move. So when that come, I'm gonna be ready. But if I sign another lease, I'm stuck for a year, so I'm gonna have to settle down, and I'm unhappy. It's just not what I imagine it to be after 3 years. Sometimes we process or we progress, I'm sorry, slowly as to what we are supposed to be doing in life. And I'm one of those people, I change is good, but it'll come. And I'm really one of those people that truly believe that God will handle it. He handles all my situations. He transitioned me from job to job. He knows where I belong, and I just have to be obedient. And I've been trying to do so, praying about that, and He's taken me in this direction. So I need to be still and wait on him and just kind of like be still and know. And so my it's pros and cons, you know. It's like I'm settled and I love my bedroom. I hadn't taken anything out of my bedroom. I'm gonna start filming from my room again, but it's so junky in there right now. I'm in between changing my curtains and bedspread, so we'll get back in there. But the reason why I don't, it's agitating me, and sometimes when I'm agitated with a thing, I think that that's God's way of telling me to open my hands. I have something for you. Don't get so clingy to, you know, comfortable with where you are at when I have so many other things for you. And so I'm like little things, a lot of stuff been happening to me, showing me that, hey, prepare to move because this is not working anymore. But the devil is busy too, so he'll throw stuff out there to make you think. He's always in your head trying to discourage you, make you think, you know, oh, you don't want to stay here because look, you fail, or you don't want to stay here because I have this big oak tree in the front of my apartment, and it has a lot of bugs. I mean, I wouldn't say roaches. I hate roaches. Every time I think, I am good at manifesting things because every time I think about a thing, it shows up, right? And so I try not to think about negative things. I'm always trying to be positive. And then if I think about a thing for a second too long, I'm seeing it. So I see a lot of these little, I call them um I call them earth bugs. I call them, yeah, the tree bugs or earth bugs. That's what I call them. And they come in and then they'll die. They like little bit, they're in the roach family, but they're not the nasty roaches to where they over your food, or it's nothing like that. It's just the little tree animals that's coming into the apartment because the apartment is shifting and there's cracks and there's little crevices that they could roll in. So I did used to have this phobia about, cockroaches, and I hate, oh, okay. I don't even like to talk about them, think about them, because I don't see them anymore, and thank God for that. But I do get these little bitty bugs, and no matter how much you call the office or how much you complain about it, it's nothing they can do about it. You got all these cracks. So that's one of the reasons why I do want to get out of here and move, because I do not like insects, and I do not like, to me, that's nastiness. And I don't want to look around every 5 minutes. I'm sweeping up a dead bug. I know I have the, um, what you call that little insect powder stuff all around the perimeter. And I know that's what's killing them, but the nastiness of me having to sweep them up all the time is just irritating. It's irritating. So I hate that, and I it's one of my biggest complaints. Everything else is okay, it's peaceful. Every now and then it's a little noise upstairs, but then that's neighbors. You're sharing your walls with somebody else. I have cool neighbors next door. They're pretty cool. The only thing about that is I had an experience not too long ago, a couple of years ago, about weed and getting high or whatever. Bad experience with an edible. And I'm not the getting high kind of person. I do not like substance to rid me of my bodily functions, not these restaurants that, but to get me out of my control. So I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the smell of smoke. But I always smell weed. And at first I didn't know, I was in the car with my daughter one time, and we was going down the street, and I said, "Oh, that's Miss Stink over in this neighborhood, some neighborhood we was passing by, right?" And she said, "That's not manure, that's weed. Somebody's smoking weed." I said, "I didn't know weed smelled like dog crap. It just smells like dog crap." And so it smells like dog crap in my apartment sometimes because of the weed, and they're young, so those guys are cool, but when they smoke on the porch, and it seeps in. And that's another reason why I don't like that smell. But I'm not a complainer. I mean, I don't wake up every day and complain about something or find something to complain about, because I know, there's some things that you just can't change. You just got to deal with until you don't have to deal with it. God make a way out of, you know your circumstances, it'll be okay. So I come home to that smell. It's the occasional noise going up and down stairs, because my wall is there. And what else? They're not always nice at the office, but I'm not going to complain. I'm tell you about the good things. The good thing is that it's peaceful, and that to me it's safe because I watch my surroundings. So I get it if I'm going somewhere, I'm in and out of my car and back in my apartment, locking it. I'm being safe. It's really, really super quiet around here. Sometimes the kids play out, but that's okay. That's wherever you're gonna go. So I don't have really no problems outside of the bugs, outside of the smell of the weed, or dog. People bring their dogs and poop all over, and they don't pick up their dog poop. But it's nothing to complain about. You are sharing a space with other people, tons of other people. So you have to be cool and calm with that. I had a house once, and it was my starter house, and I gave that up because, God wanted me to flourish and get my money right, and get my credit right, and all these other things that I was supposed to be working on, and then start over as a new home buyer, which that's my goal. That's one of my goals. That's my direction. And I trust that God is going to, um, you know, keep His promises on, you know, my vision for that new home and that husband, and that new business. And I am ecstatic about, that's happening. So the things that's carrying on now, the things that's happening now, are just minor things to me. I can't let it overtake me. I'm on a journey to renew my mind, and to not think about, negative things and old things, or my old way of thinking, or expecting. So I'm on this journey to discover, you know, all of what is out there, all of what God has for us. And so that's where I am. So the interviews, even if they don't go right, even if I don't get chosen, I'm okay because it's going to come. It's coming. And I am excited about that. In the meantime, I'm working on my hobbies, and I am, you know, playing with these wigs. I love, love, love. If I hadn't told you guys to, I like to create. I mean, if that's creating a video, or creating a design, or pillow, or wigs, or whatever I like. Right now, I have to be careful of how I really do. And I know I said this in one other video, that sometimes you gotta, you know treat yourself, and be good to yourself. But sometimes if you're asking God to take you away from an addiction, and one of those addictions is shopping, randomly shopping, then that's what you have to, you know, ex- you have to stop that. You have to say, okay, I'm gonna be obedient to God, because I'm asking Him to remove this. So, and if I'm asking Him to remove it, God is a good God. He will remove that one thing from you. So, I have to be obedient, and I have to say, I'm not going to do it. I have to have some willpower to not to do it. So, my hobbies, I got everything. Believe it or not, I got everything that I need to create. I just got to get in there and do it. I just got to get in there and cook a meal, or call it my own, a signature meal. I have to just sew this thing right and call it my own. It's my signature pillow. It's my signature whatever I make. I have to just do this. God gives you all these gifts. It's in the palm of your hands, and it's just have you just have to bring it out. You have to do it. I talk about stagnant and being, in one spot, or feeling blocked, or feeling like I can't move, and I'm just going in circles. But it's on me, because God gives you all these gifts, and gives you, you got to use what's in your hand. That's true. You got to use what you got, and stop sitting around waiting on something to fall out the sky. And that is my thing, that I need to use what I have in my hand, meaning I have wigs that I can recreate. I have people that I can help get wigs to, or even donate clothing to, and I'm just sitting here and like waiting for something to happen, which it's already happening all around me. I just got to jump. It's like metaphorically, when we were younger and we was jumping ropes and my sisters was turning the ropes and they say, Ruth, get in, and you jump in. Maybe the rope will stop and maybe you'll get that rhythm and the rope won't stop and you just jumping in. You gotta jump in there. Oh, I like metaphors. I love metaphors. So that's me right now. It's like I don't have a job and I'm not really even mad about that because I'm taking this time out for God to heal me and for God to show me things and for me to use my creative juices to do something, and by me sitting around not doing anything, and I feel like that's on me. That's not on God. God has done his part. If he doesn't do anything else for me, he's already done enough. He really has. And when we look around at what we have, and I do these little affirmations, and I'll say that for 21 days I was saying an affirmation. I'm prosperous, I'm prosperous, I'm prosperous. And I have seen things happen since then, those 21 days. And then now I'm on a couple last week or week before last, I started the I am full of abundance affirmation. And I really didn't really need that one because I am full of abundance. I have so much stuff. I mean, it may sound like a little stuff to you guys. It may be little when it comes down to, let me show you. I had bought a book, or I bought this sewing kit. I loved it. I remember when I was little, my mom had that sewing kit, and I had one, and it was made of wood, and it just pulls out, and it broke it because all the moving that I've done and putting things on top of it, the little wood just broke. So now I got a little carrying case, and I love it. Look what I have to work with. I'm so abundant. If I could just think of a thing that I want to do, I can do that thing, with little or no money, because God gives us a creative mind that we can take a little thing as a sketch or a sentence or a message and put it on something and you know give it to serve it. You know what I'm saying? So I um I'm amazed, but I am really amazed on that. So it's a lot of things that I want to do. Other things that I want to do. I think it's gonna begin with me as far as deciding to get out there and do some things different than I've been doing. Instead of making my whole world about inside this apartment, because it's more to life. I mean, even when I went out today for my errands, it's like I need to find a place that I can go, maybe have some tea, read my book, a safe place, of course, and interact with people, instead of waiting on when I get that job. And that's what I'm saying. Well, I say to myself, when I get that job, I'm going to be so more sociable. I mean, God has really opened some avenues. Well, I want to say avenues. I want to say some inspiration to me towards how I used to be and how I need to be. I'm a introvert. I don't talk to people. I'll speak to people. It's some people that you're comfortable with talking to. I'll talk to those people. But I need to be expand that. I need to be more sociable with other people. Even people that I don't know. Make somebody day. That's one of my goals. And I have my Alexa to remind me every day to tell somebody that they made my day, and that's a reminder every day at 5:30. So it had become, I'll call my son because me and him might have a good day, or my daughter or my grandson, but and my sisters or brothers, but it's just limited to those people. So I have to get up and let people make my day in order for to say, hey, you made my day. You brighten up my day. You said this word or whatever. And it's a lot of people on, that I you know, maybe watch on YouTube that very creative, and I go to them and I learn from them, and I seek their advice sometimes, because YouTube is the bomb. I don't care what nobody say, That's the bomb. You can learn and you can learn and you can learn. I mean, it's some things, it's some messages there that you need to hear, or it's some people you have to like really like, oh no, that's not right. That's not for me. That's crazy, and you have to be, you have to move on. But it's there for you to learn and readjust yourself, or you know, like my son, it's like I can get on there and I can say, oh, I remember how I used to do this, or oh, that's how you do a double stitch or whatever. So I like YouTube. I'm not against it at all. So I am on there and I am trying my best to be an influencer myself. Maybe for a second or two, I can give somebody a word, or suggestion, make somebody day. That's the goal. That's the goal. But okay, I'm not going to be on here long. I think I just needed to recap the reason why I needed to. I'm in partial of staying here and going. Um, so I did recap that. I wanted to recap the fact that I failed and I'm nursing myself because of course I don't have insurance, but God is a good God. He's a healer. He's a healer, so that's good. I was in bed yesterday and it was raining. It was pretty cool, So I was in bed and I took that as an advantage of me getting to sleep in, or not sleep in, but just relaxing. And I got kind of restless and I wanted to do something, so I did a few things around the house. It wasn't no big deal, but I think I'm getting better. I just got to be more careful with my steps and where I go, and be very alert to where I'm walking. So I'm 57 years old, so I don't need a break. You know what I mean? I don't need to break anything. So I am going to be careful on that. What I'm going to do, my next goal, and I have to write my goal. I have some goals somewhere. You know how you journal and you put it in a journal and you have 1,500 journals and you got to go back and find the journal you put your goals in. That's me. But I have this journal that has my goal, and one of my goals was to fast, and I fast, and I lost. I'm down to the weight that I said I wanted to be, 165, 164. I'm there, but I feel like my body is still needing to go a little bit more, and I need weight resistance, and I need to exercise, which I don't do. But I found some exercises on YouTube for your little fupa and your little stomach. So I'm going to do those. I mean, it looks easy. So until I do them, I will let you guys know. So I just need to firm up a little bit in my arms, and when I heal better, in my arms and in my stomach area. So I am looking forward to that. That's one of my little goals. So I'm gonna set myself a 3-week goal to, no, I'm gonna do 30 days. I'm gonna do a 30-day goal to change my body until I see a result. I do not. I was always curvy. I do not want to be straight up and down. I don't have no problem with anybody else, but for me, I've always had the curve in my hip, and I've always had thunder thighs. But I confirm those, and you'd be okay when you know the butt story. So, um, I don't. I want to. This only thing I want to change is my back rolls, my fat under my arm. Most everybody have that in my arms. I want to tone them up. Ouch! I want to tone them up a little bit, and let everything else happen. Because I have never been one of those people that hate my body. I'm the one that have to look at it. I'm the one that have to see it. So if when it becomes distasteful to me, and when I feel some health issues coming on, then that's when I get out there and I boogie it. You know what I'm saying? So I like to take it easy. I like to do the one day at a time thing. And get my mind set into a habit of eating right, and you know, and the weight will follow. I mean, I don't want to stress it out that, go on a diet and eat this and eat that. And I've been finding that um, eating healthier foods, you get accustomed to it. I mean, you look forward to it and the taste, once you get past that, oh, this tastes really, really good. Oh, and I know of something I forgot at the store today, so I have to go back. But yeah, you get into that habit of eating good and it'll stay with you. It'll stay with you. You won't have to bend no rules or starve yourself with rice cakes, which I only bought rice cakes because to kill that hunger uh, thing that comes over you for a good 2 3 minutes, and to kill that off of you, the rice cakes come in handy. But uh, I don't like them. I mean, I wouldn't stack up on them, put it that way. So they lose its crunch, and I like crunchy stuff. So let me not think about crunchy stuff, because when I think about crunchy stuff, I think about Cheetos, and I don't want to go back to that right now. So I will tell you about the things that I love. I love there's this uh, box of it's a health brand, Diamond something. I threw the box away, but they're like ch cracker chips or something. They're not really processed, but they made of pecans, and they're made of olives, or they're made of something good, healthy, and they are so crunchy. I mean, I could eat a whole box of those, and they're um really not that many calories. So I really like that. I like anything that's crunchy. So I really dig that. So that's gonna be my go-to snack instead of potato chips. Now I am off my fast. Yesterday was my last, but I don't want to break. And then I cheated last night. Actually, Tuesday was my fast, my break for my fast. So yesterday I still, ate what I was supposed to eat. But last night, yesterday evening, it was like this craving. I have been having this craving for the longest to have something sweet. But what do you have that you can eat on a fast that's sweet? You can't do that. So, um, I don't do cakes. I don't really like that kind of stuff. Well, the occasional cookie, I don't even care about that much. But I had a carton of ice cream, chocolate ice cream, blueberry ice cream in the freezer for the longest. I learned for about a month and a half. And I was craving that. So I caught myself eating a couple spoonfuls. And then before I looked up, I ate the whole carton. God forgive me, but I ate the whole carton, and it was so good. It was so satisfying, but it was so wrong. And to know that it was wrong, I had got sick. I had got gassy, and I had got like, oh, I would never. I don't even want to even think about ice cream ever again. That's how bad it was. It was like, ugh, why did I do that? It's a mindset thing that we think our bodies want these things, but they're not good for us. But it's us wanting them. You know what I'm saying? So my body was like, what is this? What are you doing? So yeah, mistake. We make mistakes. We gotta ask for forgiveness and move on, move on from it. So yeah, I that was a bad experience. So hopefully I won't do that again. Tonight I'm gonna eat a vegetable burrito. So I got some uh carb free or some kind of tortillas I want to try. I want to try these and they're so expensive. The uh what you call them things? They're called chickpea flour tortillas. And they're hard to find. So I'm gonna find them, and I'm gonna make use them for Taco Tuesdays. But tonight I think I want to do a taco, but I don't want to do the taco that I'm imagining to do with the I'll tell y'all where I got that recipe from when I make it and if it's successful. So other than that, I'm going to wait until do my tacos probably Saturday or so. Tonight I'm gonna do a tostita like black beans, lettuce, tomato, avocado thing. Still doing the meatless stuff, so I'm not ready to do meats right now. I gotta ease back into that, and I never was the big ground meat type of person. Um, so I'll ease back into having fish or something like that, or chicken breast or something like that. I'll ease back into it, but not right now. So I gotta tone myself up, make a list of things that I need to stock up in my kitchen again, and start kind of like incorporating regular foods back into my diet and keeping them at a minimum calorie level. And I'll be okay. I'll be okay. And no salt, no salt. And I have to get away from the salt. Um, I don't have the original salt, but I do have a salt container that contains 50% less sodium, but it's still salt. So I do have sea salt in there, and I do use the Himalayan salt when I need to put it on top of my food. So I'm on the right path. I'm on the right path with that, and making myself drink more water. If I can make myself drink more than 3 bottles of water a day, I have one in the morning, I have one at night, and then I realized the ones I had the night before is still on my counter. I'm like, I didn't even drink that. So I always bring a nice cool bottle of water to bed so I can, take my medications and drink the water. And so during the day, I'm barely finishing a bottle of water. So I'm gonna go drink some now. So I'm gonna incorporate. I just did not want to have water gain, or the water to sit on me. But I don't eat that much salt anymore, so the water shouldn't stay there. So I can do that. It's dehydrating to have water. It's important to have water, so I suggest that. I'm gonna get better with that, and yeah, I do have to go to the store tomorrow. So anyway, I just wanted to get on here real quick and tell you guys about that interview and recap about how I don't want to stay and I don't want to go. I don't want to stay here, but I have to stay here. So until God give me a word, and I really need to decide something because they're hounding me about re-signing my lease, and I have to the 31st. So I will let you guys know what I did upon that. I don't know. Things gonna go really, really fast. I'm thinking in my head things are gonna go really, really fast in the next couple of days or weeks or whatever. So I don't know. Just pray for me. Just pray for me if you want. I'm going to pray like I've been praying and praying for, something to happen. So I have to go, you guys. I really enjoy talking to you guys. I love you guys. Love on yourself. Remember, always love on yourself. You got to love you first before anybody else can love you. Um, love you. Love on your family because they're going to show you the most support no matter what. I mean, if you can't stand your brothers and sisters, but guess what? They're still there for you. I mean, even if it's in spirit, they're there for you. And, don't wait till people leave this earth to love them more. Love them more now. That's something I had to grow to learn. I had this big issue with my family, and some of them I still can't talk to, but I do love them. Anything that I have that they need, they're welcome to it. So, with that note, just love on yourself, love your family, try to, love others if you can. That's what God is made of, love. That's what He will want us to do. And I hope you enjoyed your day, and I hope you enjoy your evening. And I will definitely talk to you guys in a later one. Love you. Bye.